Hi, and welcome back to my Luminosity Yoga video for the new moon in Virgo 2024. My name is Anya, and if you're new to the channel, I'm here to actually combine astrology with yoga and according to the current cosmic energies to give you an idea of how to work with them in a conducive way with a yoga practice so you can fully embody and balance the current energies, so you can use them to your own advantage. And the new moon in Virgo will take place on the 3rd of September 2024. And here in Berlin, where I am, it will be in the middle of the night. And in many places, it will be already before that. So in the United States, it's going to be in the evening of the 2nd of the 9th. In Australia, it's going to be in the morning of the 3rd. So this new moon, where Sun and Moon are always in the same sign on the new moon, is an immutable Earth sign. So mutable meaning it's a flexible Earth sign. The sign of Virgo is one of the two signs that is ruled by Mercury. So there is Gemini and then there's Virgo. And Virgo is both in domicile, so it means at home, and an exaltation, which means it's like an honored guest, like someone who's treated as royalty in the sign. So, what does all that mean? So, Virgo is a lot about discerning. So, while Gemini is more about just getting all the information together, with Virgo, it's about discerning what information is really useful and what do we need to actually either ignore or let go of in order to really focus. So it's about focusing and being able to structure things in a way that really helps us. And this time might be a lot about reevaluating structures, both internal and external structures, possibly structures both of how we communicate to ourselves and to others, and also how the structures that we might have in our everyday lives, how do they actually serve us, or do some of them need to let go of? Do we need to release some of them? And all of this is because also Saturn, so the planet connected to structures, and the limitations that help us actually grow. So, being something like a benevolent father, where the strictness it actually serves a particular outcome. Here, the new moon in Virgo will be opposed Saturn and Pisces. And so, yeah, this might be a challenge. How can I communicate at this time to myself and others in a way that actually helps me move forward? And with the Pisces confusion, might be sometimes very difficult to discern. So one of the things that Virgo is so good at might get lost in a Pisces confusion. Also because at the same time, also Neptune is still in in the sign of Pisces. And so everything to do with our imagination, with our dream space, but also with illusion might possibly interfere with our ability to discern. So at the same time, Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, is square Uranus in the new moon horoscope. So Mercury at this time is actually in the sign of Leo, and Uranus is in Taurus. So this is very fixed energy. And while a Uranus square might actually really bring in new ideas, the challenge might be as in how do we communicate these ideas so that others can follow us and we don't just get lost in our excitement. So, and the last thing that might be very important is that Venus is conjunct the South Node and also opposing the North Node at this time. And as we are moving into eclipses, Venus being on the evolutionary axis, so there might be something to do with relationships where we really need to see what do we need to let go of that actually prevents us from stepping into ourselves in our Venus in the things that we actually like and that we attract, but that we tend to sacrifice just in order to have peace or just in order to be in relationship. So this might be also something that will come up over the coming month. And all of these things I'd like to actually throw into the pot and into the idea of how you set an intention for your practice. So all of this for me is a lot about reassessment, reassessing internally and externally what structures do still actually help me move forward in life, which are growth orientated, and where do I need to release things, and where do I also, most of all, Virgo is also a very critical and self-critical sign because it is so good at observing and because it is so good at analyzing. It might be really important to soften and to be okay if with the Pisces interference we're not so clear, we're not so able to discern, and to really let ourselves off the hook and just be gentle and understanding with ourselves and others. So having said all that, I'd like to start you off with a Mercury or Buddhi Mudra, and for that you actually move the thumb and a little finger together. And we're going to start just by sitting and grounding for a moment, very important under this energy. Just taking some deep breaths, and on your exhale, just releasing stress, tension, energies of others, anything that no longer serves you. And on the inhale, just inviting, allowing yourself to receive the energy from Mother Earth through your perineum, all the way up the spine to the crown of the head, connecting to the cosmos above you, and on your exhale, just releasing everything down into the earth. And just take 7 deep in and exhales, allowing yourself to receive the inhale. And then with the intention of releasing what no longer serves you on your exhale. And we're going to work with the idea of 7 today, 7 days of the week, 7 chakras. Last one. And then just release the hands. Inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale, bring them down and in front of your heart. And we're going to start with one arm. Take a deep exhale. Inhale for the arm. And then bow your head to your heart. And set your intention to really reassess internal and external structures this month in order to discern between what brings growth and what brings healing and health and well-being, and what needs to be released so you can actually align with that. Bring that into the body with your breath. And then rub your hands together. And then cup your eyes with your palms. Take a few deep in and exhales. And then bring your arms down. And in order to encourage the digestive tract, which is also to do with Virgo, so we're just going to go clockwise motion around your belly button, up on the right and down on the left. So in the same motion that actually your digestion is moving clockwise. So whenever you want to encourage your digestion, so go with that clockwise massaging motion. And taking deep breaths. Bring your hands on your knees and then just start rotating from the belly button in a clockwise position. So we stay in our core rather than move in from the chest. Let's move from our centers. And again, 7 circles to the right in a clockwise motion. And then bring your hands back and rub your feet together. And then just change legs. So the other one's in front. And again, 7 circles. Enjoying your breath. Enjoying the connection to your body and to Mother Earth. So this is very much, the season is about the health of the body, but also the health of Mother Earth and how they are connected. Come back to center. And then inhale, interlace your fingers, bring your arms up. And again, deep in and exhale. Really breathing through your digestive tract and really lifting up and out of your core. And on your exhale, really rooting in your pelvis. So really rooting down, sensing that connection to the earth. And then we bring the arms down. And for some pranayama, so again, thumb and little finger touching of the left hand, right thumb at the right nostril, and the right ring finger at the left nostril. And we're going to do something that's called Agni Pran. So we're going to inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and then we're going to combine that with breath of fire. However, if breath of fire is not becoming to you for whatever reason, because you're on your period, because you're overheated, or because you have eaten too much, just stay with a normal breath. So let's start by closing off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Exhaling through the right. We continue 2 more. Inhale left, exhale right. And either you continue in this slow rhythm for 4 more, or you do it with a breath of fire. So that's a rapid inhale left, exhale right. And then inhale through both nostrils. Bring your chin to your chest, hold for a second. Thumb and little finger touching. Exhale, release. Bring your chin over to the right shoulder and continue all the way up towards the sky. Back down to the left shoulder. And then until you're in the center, and then the other direction. Up on the left side and down on the right. Taking a deep breath into your neck. Inhale here, exhale, and come front. And we're going to come on all fours. And again, to encourage digestion, we're going to come into what's called a quarter dog. So bring your right arm forward. Keep your seat above your knees. And bend your left elbow. So bring the left hand under the right elbow and the arms are in line with your shoulders. And again, just take some deep in and exhales here. And if you can, do a breath of fire. And take a deep inhale. And really focus on your third eye internally. Keep the belly pulled in for a moment. And exhale, release and change sides. And we're going to do the same, if you can, 7 rounds of breath of fire here. Or this long, deep breathing. Again, deep inhale, hold the breath. And really just focus internally on your third eye. And exhale, release. And then come up. Bring the hands in a little bit. Tuck your toes under. Inhale here. And exhale. Come into downward facing dog. And just take a moment to pedal out your feet. Inhaling up on the toes. Exhaling, bend one knee, bring the other heel to the ground. And then very slowly walk to the front of your mat. And bend the knees so much that your upper body moves towards your thighs without overstretching your neck. So be very gentle with the neck. Inhale here. And then exhale, grab hold of your elbows. And again, we're going to do the 7 rounds of breath of fire. And then inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then we come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. Bring your hands to your hips and then just step your right leg back. So you're going to have like a wide straddle pose. And then point your right foot towards the front, or to the back of the mat in that case. And the left toes inward a little bit. For Trikonasana, bring your arms out. So for the triangle, if you need a block, please help yourself to one. And then here, exhale, just find your shin wherever it is comfortable. And then take some deep breaths here and feel the connection to the ground, to Mother Earth. And feel that clarity and line from the lower to the upper hand, from the tailbone to the crown, from the feet to the legs. Deep in an exhale. And if you can, 7 times breath of fire. Deep inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Hold the focus at the third eye. And an exhale, come up. Bring the foot in, bring the hands to your waist. Step your left foot out, right toes a little bit inward, just in line with your knee. Inhale here. And then exhale, come into Trikonasana on the other side. Again, just breathing deeply. And for the breath of fire, so we're gently pumping our belly as we in and exhale through the nose dynamically. Deep inhale. And just focus internally on your third eye. And exhale, look down, come all the way up again. And then bring the hands to the front of a mat and step into plank. And we're going to go through one vinyasa. So knees, chest, and chin. Inhale either a small or higher cobra. So watching your back, this is fine. Exhale, release the head. And then come all the way into downward facing dog. Come up on your toes, bend your knees, either walk or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. And we're going to do one last round, and then we're going to end in sitting with our pranayama. Inhale here to the sky. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, halfway up. And you can either jump or step back into a plank. Knees, chest, and chin, or a chaturanga. Inhale your form of cobra or upward dog. Being gentle with your back, and find your way back into downward facing dog. And then either you can jump or you can actually just walk into sitting. So if you want to jump, just come up on the toes. Do it playfully. Just bring your butt up and just the knees into the chest. And then just find a seat, a comfortable seat again. And we're going to return to Buddhi Mudra. So thumb and small finger. So if you just do this throughout the month, throughout the Virgo cycle, might already be very helpful. And the pranayama that we're going to end with. So again, combining Agni Pran, and then also inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right with a breath of fire. So let's just start slowly. So just block your right nostril, inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and do that 6 more times. And if you can, either continue or 7 rounds with a breath of fire. And a deep inhale through both nostrils, bring your hands down, chin to the chest, hold a breath for a moment. Gaze internally at your third eye. Exhale, release. Just take a moment to feel. And see if you are mentally refreshed, more able to discern between what's useful, what you can let go of, what will help you grow. And then bring your hands up over the sides. And then exhale together in front of your heart. And we're just going to close with 1 round of take a deep exhale. And inhale. And then bow your head to your heart. And we're dedicating any accumulated merits of our practice to all beings without one exception. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. Please share how the practice lands in your body, how you are actually feeling on this new moon day, and what personal intentions you have for the coming month related to this internal and external restructuring. And I have a workshop coming up on holistic well-being for the moon, astrology and yoga. the moon in the body on the 20th of September, and feel free to join me here on Zoom, and I will put the links in the show notes. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful lunar cycle in Virgo 2024. Namaste.